Hi, everybody. It's me, Bob, again. I want to welcome you back to my channel here. Today, this could be an important update. Of course, it's going to be about Emmanuel Macron. Um, I've been saying since we've been following Emmanuel Macron, that the reason why we're pretty much alone, us Macron followers, is because of the verse that says that the Antichrist will not be revealed. And most people think that means, of course, until after the rapture. But we've explained here, or I've explained here, how it's possible that we can know who the Antichrist is before the rapture. Not necessarily does it mean that we have to wait until after the rapture, or they have to wait until after the rapture. We can know before the rapture who the Antichrist is, and it is Emmanuel Macron. I saw a very important image a couple days ago, and here it is. And if you look at it, you'll notice the word unveiled. Although the Antichrist is not going to be revealed in this image, he can be unveiled according to this image. And I would like to take this following few minutes on this video to unveil, if you will, the Antichrist. And as we know here, it is Emmanuel Macron. I'm going to attempt to show you through politically, militarily, and economically, how Macron has come to the forefront, especially in Europe, which is exactly what you would expect, the revived Roman Empire. And Emmanuel Macron has sort of come to the lead. If it was a race, he would be in front right now, headed toward the stretch. And we're going to watch him. Hopefully, this video will help you to keep an eye on Emmanuel Macron. And as I said, I would like to try to convince you, show you that Emmanuel Macron is leading the way financially, economically, and militarily, and of course, politically. I'll show you a few stories that will prove this. The first one I'd like to show you is in reference to politically. If you remember a few months ago, before Iran and Israel were having their war, um, the UN was supposed to have a committee with Saudi Arabia and France, meaning Emmanuel Macron, to have the two-state solution. And of course, this was very important to us here at Macron headquarters because it was the first time that we get to see Emmanuel Macron in charge of a conference of all places at the UN, which he should own if he is the Antichrist. And we believe he will own the UN along with the special envoy, which I believe will be the false prophet. This special envoy, in my opinion, will be making his debut shortly. So we'll have Emmanuel Macron and the false prophet, the special envoy, all at the UN. But for now, they canceled the committee, the conference with Macron and Saudi Arabia due to, of course, the Iran-Israeli war. But it has picked up, and they now want to resume that conference, and they're going to have it in July. July 28th and July 29th. It's tentatively scheduled for that time period. But here's the main thing. The main thing is here is a story, and this story is saying that Emmanuel Macron may not be able to make that meeting. And if you read the story, you will see that they have great reservations about the two-state solution becoming a reality because Emmanuel Macron will not be physically at this conference. Now, understand, please, what I just said. One of the greatest things that needs to be happening in the world, according to 90% of the world, is this two-state solution. A lot of people, including Macron and others, in Saudi Arabia, and even Trump in the United States, and many, not many, but a lot of prophecy people have said that this two-state solution could bring peace to the Middle East. And as I just said, a lot of the Arab leaders are also saying that this two-state solution is critical to peace in the Middle East. But look at this, because Emmanuel Macron is not physically going to be at this conference, they have great reservations about the two-state solution even happening. Think about that for a second. This man, Emmanuel Macron, has such power and such, what's the word? Uh, I can't think of the word right now, but he has such influence that without him, one of the greatest things that needs to be happening, according to world leaders and experts, may not happen, only because he's not there. They couldn't say that about any other world leader except Emmanuel Macron. Again, it's just amazing the power that this man has, and that if he's not at a conference physically, everybody's going to go home. You know people like that. They just have such charisma that they just carry everything. And if they're at a meeting, they're going to carry that meeting. Trump has that kind of charisma. But if Macron is not at this meeting, it just means politically that this two-state solution may not happen. So again, politically, Emmanuel Macron is just at the top, in front of the line of everyone else when it comes to this two-state solution. So we have to recognize the power and the influence that Emmanuel Macron has. Other candidates for the Antichrist, Obama, Trump, King Charles, they're not going to have the influence that Macron has. And Trump and King Charles and Obama are not even going to be at this meeting. So they don't even come up in the conversation. So it's really interesting that because of Macron, a lot of people are saying that this two-state solution may not even happen. It's something to really think about. The other thing I want to talk about is financially. If you look at this image, I'll put it up right now. This is an image of Emmanuel Macron on Forbes, on the front cover of Forbes magazine. I'm not really a financial person, but I do recognize that Forbes magazine is one of the leading financial magazines in the world. And here's Emmanuel Macron on the cover of Forbes magazine. And he is recognized as a very intelligent, if not brilliant, financial person when it comes to the financial world. Most people here know that he has a background with the One World Government, with the Bilderbergers, and all of the influential money people in the world, which is how Emmanuel Macron got his start. So he's worth personally millions and millions of dollars, and he's shaping Europe right now in reference to financial acquisitions. I don't know if that's the right word, but he's trying to shape France, which in turn will shape all of Europe financially. And one of the things that he's doing recently is doubling the budget in France, and he's working toward a more powerful Europe, and we'll get into that in a moment. So financially and politically, Emmanuel Macron is coming to the top. I guess, what do they say? The cream comes to the top. So Emmanuel Macron is fulfilling those two references when it comes to the Antichrist. Now, of course, militarily, I mentioned a few days ago that Emmanuel Macron has sort of taken a new position. And he used to take the position, and I've documented this on my website, that he is going to rebuild the Roman Empire, the revived Roman Empire. And in order to do this, he was using Ukraine as an excuse to rebuild the military strength of at least France and now Britain to deal with the Ukraine issue. But lately, he has sort of abandoned the Ukraine issue specifically. He's still involved with Ukraine, but it's kind of branched out now to Europe. It's not so much just Ukraine, it's become Europe that Emmanuel Macron is more interested in. Him and Starmer, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, have gotten together. By the way, I predict that Carney of Canada will somehow also get involved in this issue. He probably will have to leave Canada and somehow hook up with Macron and Starmer in Europe. And I'm sort of predicting that this will happen because Starmer and Carney, in my opinion, are going to be generals under Emmanuel Macron's influence. But between Starmer right now of England, who has nuclear bombs, and France also, who has nuclear bombs, they have become the two major countries in Europe that are forming a military alliance to make Europe powerful again. Now, if you know the Bible, if you know Daniel, and if you know Revelation, you know that the Antichrist will again make Europe powerful again. One of the things that I've also noticed in the last few days is these comments. I'm going to show you some comments that Emmanuel Macron has made. And these are, I will use the word outrageous comments. These are comments that you would expect the Antichrist to make, not the president of France, not Emmanuel Macron, but the Antichrist. Look at these comments. These are just incredible. And you know that the Antichrist is going to be someone to deal with throughout the tribulation period. He is going to be all powerful during the tribulation period. And of course, Emmanuel Macron is the Antichrist. So it's not unlikely that he himself would make these comments. Again, these are comments that he has never made before. It's almost like he's coming out. He is being unveiled as the Antichrist as we speak. He has not been revealed as the Antichrist to the world, but he is being unveiled, at least to me and to my people here at Macron headquarters, and hopefully to you. You will see that Emmanuel Macron is becoming unveiled, or he is coming out of the closet. I'm not going to make any comments about Bridget. That would be too easy. But Emmanuel Macron is, in my opinion, coming out. He's not the rider on the white horse bringing peace, although he, I guess, still technically is doing that. He's still trying to make peace with the two-state solution and with Israel. But he's showing another side of himself, becoming unveiled as someone who would easily be recognizable as the Antichrist if you saw these statements that he has come out with. So we have militarily, we have financially, and we have politically that Emmanuel Macron is being unveiled. He is showing his true stripes. He is somebody that to be reckoned with, and very shortly he will be revealed as the Antichrist, somebody that will sign the Daniel 9:27, the Daniel 9:27 covenant with Israel. I have an idea that Netanyahu might not be there to sign that covenant because he does not get along with Emmanuel Macron. And since Emmanuel Macron will definitely be there signing that covenant, I don't see Netanyahu being there. My guy is Yair Lapid, who is the opposition leader in Israel. That's just my choice, but at this moment, it's not quite clear what will be the ruling government in Israel. Of course, Psalm 83 needs to come into any picture that I talk about, and Psalm 83 is still in play. There's been some movement in Egypt that Egypt is possibly getting ready to null and void their peace agreement with Israel. You could read about that on my site. There's been some movement in Syria, where Syria sent some tanks into the Golan Heights, and Israel wasn't so happy about that and opened fire on these Syrian tanks. So Syria is still in play. The only country that I'm not exactly sure about is Jordan, because Jordan was helping Israel in the Iranian issue that they just had. So I'm not quite sure how Jordan is going to change stripes, but they will. They will change stripes because Psalm 83 says they will. So all of this must happen, and we need to keep an eye on it. And as I said, Emmanuel Macron has just been unveiled, which means there is a lot more to come. Oh, one other thing I always mention, I coined the phrase that Europe must increase and not Israel, America must decrease. Europe must increase and America must decrease. Now, I asked this question, you might want to put it in the comments. Is what's happening right now with the Epstein debacle, is that the beginning of the decrease of America? Because Trump is losing a lot of support amongst his supporters. I have no idea how he's going to get out of this mess. Usually, I would say, but he will, but I'm not sure that he will get out of this mess. And this could possibly lead to the destruction of America one way or the other. I'm not saying militarily or any other way, but politically, it could be a real turning point for America, which I hate to see because Trump is a great man and he's just not doing well at the moment. And unless he changes course completely, this is not going to get any better. So I'll just leave it at that. And if you come to my site, Macron is the antichrist.info. I'll fill you in with a lot more stuff. Okay.